All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to the Goat Dad podcast. And I would like to give you guys a forewarning. The entire video that I am speaking, I'm the guy in the middle, Goat Dad. I have no audio at all. So this is me trying to introduce the guys Flo and P and introducing the video. I'll let the video play once the audio starts and we'll see where it goes. All right.
Why do children become easily manipulated to hate a parent that they once loved?
Children are suggestible and they easily believe what the bad mouthing parent is saying to them. This is a parent who is a bully, who is obsessed with destroying the child's relationship with a healthier parent. Children don't choose this. They have lost their will and choice in the matter. That's what brainwashing does. If it were up to them, they would still have a loving relationship with that parent.
The brainwashing part is a big thing, especially in the African American society today. Um, Sometimes you come across situations where these parents are using these kids as pawns in their little game and schemes to feel like they have to gain power over the other parent. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. It damaged the kid because you gotta think like this cat the kid doesn't have any clue about the other parent because the parent that he's with is not giving the kid a chance to learn about that other parent. So even with the brainwashing, when that comes in, that child becomes that weapon. That child becomes that weapon. It hurts the other parent and it hurts the kid. How can we fix that at this point? You just like from what I've been told over the years with this situation, you just gotta do what you gotta do as a father or a mother to make that child know and see how much you love them and actually care about them. It's gonna be an uphill battle the whole time, but that's just something you just gonna have to do. You might hate it, but and as he get older, as the kid gets older, it's only gonna get worse and worse if it's not correct.
Whew,
That's how I feel about it.
boy.
I'm gonna say like that comes from just any age of children because children don't. Well, as a kid is born, a kid don't have no fear, so it learns fear and the type of mental capacity they should have for certain things based upon the parent and what they see the parent do. So, like having your emotions, the parent's emotions, more prominent in front of the kid is going to make that kid have the same emotions because it's a lot of stuff that as we was young kids that we might didn't know what it tastes like. We just because of our parents' reaction to certain stuff, we might didn't even want to eat it. We didn't even want to taste it just because we seen mama's reaction or we seen dad's reaction. So that's a big thing, and the main thing is to help control your emotions when it comes to a person, place, or thing, so that the child can go up with a neutral mindset and make their own judgment based off of. As a parent, I don't care if you, like you said, if it's a man or a woman, you should never speak nothing negative of the other parent. If it let that child kind of learn as they go. Now it does get to a certain point because you could be the positive influence in the child life. You might not speak negative of the other parent, but then if the parent is that other parent is speaking negative of you, then it's like what you do.
Right.
And that's one of them things I like. I have told females before that had the same issue. Like at a certain point, when the child gets up to a certain age, like let them see the text messages, let them hear the conversation, so they can understand. Like you know, I'm not being a bad person at this point. This is what's really going on. But that's when it gets to the point I feel like when the child is being abrasive or being destructive to the household that you're setting standards for that child.
Bro, I feel like at a certain age, maybe you should let that child, like you said, see that text messages or see the text messages or see or hear a conversation. I ain't gonna say necessarily hear a conversation, but like show them in a way like, listen, if I have a child that stays with their mother and the mother is feeding this child all kind of crazy malarkey or whatever, and the child comes to me like hostile, like, hey, why you not doing this, or you why you don't feel why you feel this type of way about my mama or the household. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna say if he like 15, 16, 17, at that time, I'm like, bro, like I ain't want to have to do this, daughter, son, whatever. But look at this. Here's proof right here how things has went down over the past year. I kept everything. So when you got older, hopefully you will understand and see that your dad or your mother has been trying to be there, try to be there, and he actually cared, not just for for you, but as the family that you and your mother has as well. Because honestly, I don't think really a man would want to see their baby mama or a baby mama should want to see the father fail, because that's not doing nothing but like taking away from the kid in the first place. Like y'all should want to see each other do good and make each other. I ain't say make each other happy, but see each other doing well and being happy, so the child can be happy. That only makes sense. But a lot of times, people will subconsciously teach their kids or feed their kids negative stuff and not even know they doing it.
Yeah.
But we all have to
That
wake
kind
up and realize that.
that kind of goes back to something I had thought of the other day. I had wrote it down, and I was like, and it kind of speaks to the same topic we're talking about. It was like some people sacrifice the needs of their children for the wants of themselves. And
Oh man.
with that being said, it's like you got to sacrifice as a parent. You got to sacrifice your feelings sometimes of how you look at this person or whatever for the betterment of that child. But a lot of the cases, what happens is they won't sacrifice putting their feelings out because they want the child to feel how they feel, and they want the child to act towards this person how they feel about that person. I don't like your daddy, so I'm a you shouldn't like your daddy either, and
Yeah,
that's some
yeah.
like childish stuff. Like, but then it only hurts them in the end because it's men and women that, and I done seen this too many times on like Facebook, Instagram, all type stuff or whatnot. But it's so many times where the people was like they had a certain vibe towards their father, and I ain't gonna say it don't happen with females. I ain't gonna say that now, but it's been more pronounced and more known that it's always the father that's the negative person or whatever. So it's been so many situations that I've sat here and seen where the child had a certain vibe towards the father, and then when they got up in age and started learning the truth, they were like, "Oh no, this, that, and third." So then, not all that anger that they had
Yeah,
for the
it
absence of the
backfired.
father, all the anger they had for the father, and all the times they missed with the father, they all that built up anger now is released on the same person that tried to make
Hmm.
it by them.
But I'm gonna say this about that now. I get what you were saying, but I'm gonna get my chance to answer this question. But what you're saying is, in situations like that, I've never seen a child have the same viciousness towards their mother as they do their father. A
Oh
child
no,
can know that when the child find out that mom was the one that was doing wrong, and that my mama,
They're
man,
more
that my
forgive.
mama, that my mama,
They
you
more
forgive
forgiving
her.
to the mother.
But
Yeah,
the person that was lied on could be the father, and they will, that child will disrespect you in ways that will hurt you, even though you did nothing wrong. And at the end of the day, when the child find out that you were right, guess what? They're not gonna have that hate toward their mom how they had to hate toward you. It's gonna be
I got a
like,
question. So, do you personally think that it's a difference between it being a son or a daughter when it comes to like being more forgiving to the mother?
it don't matter. It don't
You
matter.
don't think it matter?
It don't matter. It do not matter at all.
No, because
And just like Kevin Hart said, wait a minute, wait a minute. Catch you guys for part 2. Peace.